Sinking of Medina, April 28, 1917, Episode 2. Medina, Part 5, Final Voyage. In April of 1917, Medina departed Sydney, bound for London, with stopovers in Bombay, Port Said, and Plymouth. Commanding the ship during this voyage was Captain Henry Sandys Bradshaw. Onboard Medina during this voyage were 417 passengers and crew members. On April 28, 1917, after departing from her final port of call in Plymouth, the ship sailed on to London. On the evening of that day, Medina was spotted by the German U-boat UB-31. UB-31 proceeded to fire one torpedo towards Medina. On board Medina, a crew member spotted the torpedo heading directly towards them and warned the bridge in an attempt to avoid disaster. However, by that time it was just too late. Medina, Part 6, Sinking of Medina. On April 28, 1917, at 5:50 p.m., the torpedo struck Medina on her starboard side, directly at her engine room. Upon torpedo impact, the ship lost all propulsion and slowly came to a halt. After realizing that Medina was going down, Captain Bradshaw gave the order to abandon ship. The evacuation of the ship was conducted in an orderly manner. By 6:45 p.m., Captain Bradshaw had left the ship. There were now no living souls left on board. Within less than an hour, the ship had been completely evacuated. In the meantime, the British warships HMS Spitfire and HMS Laurel came to the aid of the sinking Medina. Spitfire rescued the survivors in the lifeboats, while Laurel attempted to tow Medina to the nearest port. Despite Laurel's efforts to tow the ship, the attempt was unsuccessful. On April 28, 1917, at 7:15 p.m., Medina disappeared beneath the waves. Of the 417 people on board, 6 of them were lost during the initial torpedo detonation. Medina. Part 7. Wreck of Medina. The wreck of Medina lies at a depth of 60 meters. Medina rests upright with a slight port list. During the 1970s and 1980s, several dives were made to the wreck of Medina to salvage artifacts and valuables. Many artifacts recovered from Medina are on display at the Charlestown Shipwreck and Heritage Center. Today, Medina is mostly remembered for having briefly served as the royal yacht of King George V and Queen Mary. Rest in peace to all those who lost their lives during the sinking of Medina on April 28, 1917. May they never be forgotten.